What's up, everybody? Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Wanted to do this video as a just a little bit of advice before starting power washing. Seth, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Got his Thomas outfit on. He's gonna rat-a-tat-tat with this video. When you start, you're looking at starting a pressure washing business. And it's easy to look on different blogs and websites and stuff, and it's fun to power wash this and that and get the instantaneous results and all. Hey, simmer. But I think it's a little too easy to go overboard initially. I see people that talk about, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and just start a pressure washing company. I've got 10 grand or 20 grand to dump into it right away. And if you got the cash, it's not going to matter quite as much. But certainly when you don't have the cash, you're gonna, I'm gonna take out a $10,000 loan, and he's not gonna kick my arm, but it'll be quieter. Taking a $10,000 or $20,000 loan or whatever to go ahead and buy equipment, or getting a pre-made skid from whatever website, it can very quickly spell the demise of your business. Real simple. I mean, before you start doing it, certainly watch a bunch of videos, spend more than 5 minutes learning about how to properly wash a house. Get a downstream injector, or just run chemicals through, whatever power washer that you rent and stuff. But get permission. Go ahead and say, hey, to your neighbors, and you should probably start on your own house first. Considering starting a power washing business, just want to kind of try some stuff out. No charge, or $100, whatever that just covers, your gas and whatever for it. So you're not losing money by doing it. But I'd really, really recommend, get that set up. Find a rental company around you, whatever sells the highest or rents the highest flow machine that you can get. At least 4 gallons a minute. I haven't really found many places, or at least not around me, that would rent out an 8 gallon a minute. But if you can find a 5.5, that'd be great. Take a couple days off work, or if you're unemployed or whatever, thinking about doing it. But yeah, rent the machine for a week and go ahead and wash, your house, your neighbors' houses. That should take you about 3 or 4 days. You'll sleep better than you ever have in your life. And then, decide, do I want to do that every week? Certainly it's great if you can get people to pay you, and I would be willing to bet that if you don't charge people and you offer to do it free that you're learning, you're probably going to get them to give you some money anyways. But it's also a really good way to kind of get an idea, here's how much effort it's going to take. Here's what I have to put up with in order to be able to be able to deal with in order to make money. Do I want to do this all day, every day? It's also going to give you an idea, hey, this is how much effort's involved. Okay, so let me think, how much should I, try to get paid for with this? Yeah, we're going to turn around, bud. Just kind of meandering at this point. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason to make this venture a 10 or 5,000 or 20,000 or more investment into power washing equipment and everything before you have to. I mean, you may find out after a week of this that your back hurts, your legs hurt, you smell bad, and the other big thing I'll tell you too is that you got to make sure that when you're doing these jobs, you start that house, you got to finish that house that day. It's a little bit different on bigger jobs when you get further along, but early on, I mean, you know, it's something my wife had to kind of start to understand, that when I would say I'd be home by 2, that could be 4 o'clock, that could be 5 o'clock. You know, because I don't care how many times we need to re-rinse the same 3 spots. Whatever we need to do to get it done is what we're going to do. You know, so if you go ahead and figure that out, and, you know, you decide, hey, you know what, this is great, I like it. You know, there's a lot of satisfaction in working hard and being tired after a long day. And make sure you get lots of pictures too. I mean, that's going to give you a better jumping point to start off with. Again, than dumping all that money into stuff. You know, no sense in paying to have a professionally done website done before you're fully committed and convinced that, hey, this is going to work out. You also need to make sure that you've got some money set aside, you know, for a couple weeks, depending on, you know, what kind of income you're used to, or what kind of income you need to support yourself or your family, for that matter. You know, because that's another thing. I mean, if you don't have a way to take care of providing for your basic needs and necessities for a couple of weeks, months, or a year, you know, depending on how much you go after it, I mean, that can also spell disaster for your business. I, for the most part, had a lot of years that I thought that pressure washing was making me money, but, you know, when you put down that you've only made, you know, $100 at the end of the year once you file your taxes and everything, you know, you made a little bit of money, but really, when you think about all the hours that we've worked, didn't make all that much money. Certainly nowadays it's a different ball game than it was years ago. But again, you gotta plan before. You know, it's the whole counting the cost before starting building the building. You know, you've got to understand what's involved. You know, it isn't just hook up a hose, go back and forth a whole lot of times, and, you know, become rich. You've got to do lots of work. You got to learn. You got to spend lots of time reading on the boards, going to conventions, just picking people's brain and being a fly on the wall when other people that, you know, have been doing it for a long time are talking. They say more is caught than taught. I mean, you just be around people that know what they're doing and watch them, copy them, learn what they're doing, why they're doing it. So anyways, I hope that helps. You know, comment below, check out the other videos, but definitely, again, when you're ready to jump in and put all that money in because you think it's a great idea, pause for a little bit. I'm not saying pause forever, but take a week, wash a whole bunch of stuff, mess some stuff up, you know, not too bad, but kind of learn and figure out, you know, is it worth that liability and everything too. So anyways, have a great night. Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash.